Good evening. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to slow down. You've come here to rest, to listen, to drift, and to wander quietly through history. Tonight, we'll travel together not to the famous cities or bustling harbors, but to the forgotten towns of early America. Places that once echoed with the creak of wooden carts and the laughter of families, but now rest quietly under time's soft blanket. As the world outside fades away, imagine the calm hush of an evening sky over a small town that history almost forgot. A candle flickers in a window. The faint sound of a church bell drifts through the cool air, and life moves slowly, beautifully, and without hurry. So let's begin our journey through gentle tales of forgotten American towns. The first town we visit sits beside a wide, slow-moving river. No one remembers its name anymore, but once it was a place where the rhythm of life followed the sound of water. In the mornings, you would have seen fishermen pushing small wooden boats into the mist. Their reflections would shimmer on the calm surface, broken only by the gentle ripples of oars. Children would gather at the riverbank, skipping stones and laughing softly, while their mothers washed linen in the cool water. At midday, the bell from the church would chime, its tone carrying over the fields and through the trees. Farmers would look up from their work, wipe their brows, and share a few quiet words before returning to their plows. The days here were simple and kind. The world felt smaller, not because it lacked things, but because people knew everything that mattered was within walking distance. Far to the north, there once was a village known for its lanterns. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, each household would light one and place it outside their door. The entire village would glow like a constellation on the earth, hundreds of tiny flames flickering in the night wind. Travelers passing through would say it was the most peaceful sight they had ever seen. Children played under the golden light, their shadows dancing on cobblestones. Old friends gathered on porches, telling stories of the harvest or of neighbors long gone. There was a gentle pride in this custom, not for show, but for comfort. Each lantern was a symbol of welcome, of warmth, and of togetherness. When the night grew cold, the last lanterns would be carried inside, and doors would close softly against the chill. The wind would hum through the trees, and the small town would rest again, glowing faintly in memory. Our next stop lies deep in the countryside, a town that seems to love winter. Snow falls softly on slanted rooftops, blanketing everything in white silence. The air smells faintly of pine and smoke. Inside each home, firelight glows through frosted windows, and families gather near the hearth. The local tavern hums quietly with warmth, not the rowdy kind, but soft conversation and the gentle clink of wooden mugs. Someone tells a story by the fire, their voice slow and deep, while a hound sleeps nearby. Outside, the sound of footsteps crunching in the snow is rare, maybe just the postman or a traveler finding his way. Even the church bell rings slower in the cold, its echo muffled by snow-covered roofs. Here, the rhythm of winter slows everything. The fields sleep, the river freezes, and even time seems to take a rest. There's another town, smaller still, that seems frozen in a moment between centuries. If you were to walk its main street today, you might still hear the echo of footsteps long gone. A rusted bell swings gently above a wooden store. A sign for a cobbler's shop creaks softly in the wind. No one lives there anymore, but traces of life remain. An old rocking chair, a faded quilt, a Bible left open on a table. Nature has reclaimed much of it now, ivy climbing up walls, wildflowers growing through cracks. But somehow the town feels alive, as if the spirit of its people still lingers, quietly tending to the memories they left behind. You can almost imagine their laughter drifting on the wind, their conversations fading into the rustle of leaves. It's not haunting, it's peaceful, a gentle reminder that life leaves beauty even as it moves on. As the night deepens, imagine all these towns together, scattered across valleys and plains, each one glowing faintly in the dark. Some near rivers, others along forest paths, some high in the hills where only the wind remembers their names. The people who once lived there built lives with quiet pride. They grew gardens, wrote letters, carved their initials into wooden beams, and told stories that have now faded into whispers. Yet in these forgotten places, you can still feel their kindness, like the warmth left behind when a candle goes out. These were not grand cities or battlefields. They were homes, places where laughter echoed, bread baked slowly, and the days moved with the steady rhythm of the seasons. And now, as the story fades, let your thoughts drift like smoke rising from an old chimney. Picture the lanterns glowing in the distance, the sound of river water against the shore, the hush of snow on rooftops. The people who lived in those forgotten towns are long gone, but their peace remains, quiet, patient, eternal. You can rest here with them in this moment suspended between memory and dream. There's no rush, no noise, only the slow pulse of the past, soothing and steady. Let your breathing slow. Feel the calm of history settle over you like a blanket. And as you close your eyes, imagine yourself walking down one of those old streets, lantern light flickering beside you, until everything fades softly